Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I'm of course your host Aaron, and if this is a Monday or Tuesday, you know that we are talking about WWE Monday Night Raw that took place in Providence, Rhode Island at the Amicable Mutual Pavilion. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. Monday Night Raw was actually pretty linear and was pretty great since they lined up everything for me on a silver platter when they opened the program. And of course, we were greeted with Seth Rollins and his cronies, who now I'll just tell you, Paul Heyman is called the Oracle and was sided with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. As they made themselves to the ring, they walked around and you heard the fans, come on now. Seth Rollins is a heel. Stop singing his song. Boo him. Do not cheer him. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, Seth Rollins was going to open up with his little speech. Unfortunately, he was cut off by Braun Breaker. And you're probably saying, why did I say unfortunately? Well, if you did hear Braun Breaker's promo, at the end of it, it seemed like he was screeching about how bad he wanted to beat up Sami Zayn. By the way, he has a match with Sami Zayn later on in that night. Seth Rollins would be facing Penta, Zero Miro, No Fear Boy, and Bronson Reed will be facing Jey Uso. Each individual one spoke on the mic, said how they're going to beat their individual opponent, and Seth Rollins, after Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker did his little spiel, introduced everyone to Monday Night Rollins. Of course, Paul Heyman got on the mic and did his little speech too. Everyone claps because we all love Paul Heyman. And we will see what happens later in the night. So you know what? I'm just going to break it down and not go in any kind of lineage or linear order. Let's start off with a Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn. As Sami Zayn was coming to the ring, Karrion Kross came out and beat the shit out of him with a lead pipe. Sami Zayn still wanted to go in with the fight. Bronson Reed basically murdered the shit out of Sami Zayn, hit him with 3 spears, monstrous spears, and now Sami Zayn is out indefinitely. That's one down. Remember, Bronson Reed won. Braun Breaker won. Son of a bitch. It's getting in it. Now let's just talk about Bronson Reed because I fucked that up. Bronson Reed faced Jey Uso. He said he was going to give him so many tsunamis that he was going to slam the respect into Jey Uso for him. Well, he only hit 2 tsunamis and I didn't think it was a big deal. And he threw a chair at him to get a disqualification. That's getting it down. It wasn't as impactful as I would wish. Seth Rollins, of course, faced Penta. This was a good back and forth. But, of course, it came to the end when there was some nice interference by LA Knight and caused a disqualification. And you know what? LA Knight is going to face Seth Rollins at Saturday Night Main Event on July 12th. It's coming up this week. And I guess since I'm on the topic of that, let's talk about Gunther, that guy. Oh, Seth Rollins versus Penta. I'll gather that bad boy and up. Gunther came down the ring and said, I'm going to talk shit on Goldberg. All of a sudden, they cut to a clip of Bill Goldberg coming up in some red car. I don't know what the fuck it was. Maybe a Porsche. I'm sure it was filmed earlier because I don't think Bill Goldberg can book it to the ring that quickly. He got into the ring, got into Gunther's face, said, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Punched him, and Gunther was knocked out. So, I guess that's so much of Gunther saying he's not going to get knocked out in one punch. Or one hit, one spear, whatever the hell he was saying in the previous weeks. I mean, look, and they're amping up because they want to make Goldberg seem like he's going to be a good competitor against Gunther and that he has a chance on Saturday. But I'll be honest with you guys, I do not think at all that Gunther is going to lose this match. Bill Goldberg is not going to take home the championship title. That is ridiculous. We also got a little bit of the Judgment Day in the back. They were shining up their titles real nice, turning them some bitch sideways. Nah, they weren't doing any of that. They were talking about how Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez are going to be in the tag team tournament match. She also had a match, Roxanne Perez, against Kairi Sane. This was kind of like a makeup match because Liv Morgan got injured against Kairi Sane. Raquel Rodriguez is like, I'll see how you do outside. And yeah, this match was awful. God damn, this match was so bad. So many botched spots. It was just really hard to watch. Now, I'm not going to say that every women's match is a down, but this match just wasn't good. I really didn't like it. Kairi Sane did pick up the victory after, I guess, Raquel Rodriguez distracted Roxanne Perez and caused her the match. And then after the match, they beat the shit out of Kairi Sane, and then out came Asuka. They just ended their tag team and their group like a couple of months ago. Now Asuka's back helping Kairi Sane. The Kabuki Warriors are back together, baby. And they're going to go face or be in the 4-way match at Evolution that no one really gives a shit about. And if you're telling me you give a shit about Evolution, you're a liar. Evolution 2, let me put that. New Day was pissed off because they lost the titles last week against Judgment Day. They wanted a title shot. The War Raiders were there and like, nah, you guys are telling us we couldn't get a rematch for a title shot, so you're at the back of the line. Then Becky Lynch came in and was like to Adam Pearce, I understand that he's a piece of shit, New Day, and he's putting me in a triple threat match at Evolution. Out came Becky, she made herself go into the ring, and she's like, oh, I'm Becky Lynch, and now I'm going to have to face Laura Valkyria, I'm Becky Lynch, because I don't know what I'm saying, and Bayley's in the match too, and do. I don't know what's going on, folks. I didn't care about what Becky was saying. You shouldn't have cared what Becky was saying, because I have no idea what she was saying. Then out came Laura Valkyrie and Bayley. They yelled at each other. All three of them yelled at each other, and then, I don't know. Did they fight with each other? I don't know. There's a match, triple threat match, Intercontinental Women's title is up for grabs. Who gives a fuck? Do you? Now, I think Bayley is gorgeous, and she has that butt is banging. But that's the only reason I want her to win the title. Her character hasn't really grown, and bad Bayley, or heel Bayley is definitely the pick for me, but I don't know, folks. Evolution's not looking too great. And then what else was on Monday Night Raw that I thought was relevant? Let's see. I talked about Gunther, talked about Seth Rollins and his cronies. No CM Punk, no John Cena. You had LA Knight do a little promo. We already talked about LA Knight interfering and shit. There's nothing really going on Monday Night Raw. And SmackDown doesn't look to be any better. I don't know any matches that I'm looking forward to. SmackDown did go to a 2-hour program, and let's see what else was on Raw. Oh, Michael Cole made a bunch of botches. Shit. Not much going on. Oh, wait a second. Nope. I was going to say something good happened, but I'm just going to cut it here because I'm just going to ramble on until I figure something out. So, yeah, overall Monday Night Raw, I'm giving this sumbitch a down. It hasn't been great in the last couple weeks. Maybe that John Cena, CM Punk thing, but that was on SmackDown with the promos, so nope. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me at 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time. We'll give more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. And hopefully wrestling will get more exciting as we go on. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.